So guys, what is this? Imagine what it is. Imagine what is this? What an imagination. Okay, so last time we learned about anatomy, right? Could you remind me all of it? So what is this part of the muscle? Really? Okay, so alright, we talk about it now. Oh, it was the other group. So let's talk about a little bit of muscle anatomy. And then, what muscle is this? We talked about 3 types. This is your skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle means the muscle which attaches to the skeleton and helps it move, right? So we talk about this muscle. This is just one of the shapes of different muscles, okay? So this is the general anatomy of a muscle. So a muscle will always have 2 or more than 2 ends, which will make a muscle attach somewhere, give an anchor. So those end of the muscle are called tendon. Have you heard this term before, tendons? So what are tendons? Tendon are the part of muscle only, but they connect the muscle to the bone. Is that clear? So example, if we talk about muscle, biceps, very popular muscle. This muscle has one end here. This is inserting to the bone through tendon. And it has 2 ends here, 2 heads of the muscle. That's why it is called biceps. So 2 ends means 2 head. So they are also tendons. So tendon, every muscle has tendon and it is connecting to the bones through tendon. Is that clear? Name any muscle. Just name any muscle. Triceps. Triceps muscle has 1 end here, 3 ends here. 3 tendons here, 1 tendon here. Name any muscle, Olivia. Quad muscle. Quad muscle have 1 tendon here and 4 tendons here. That's why quads. Triceps 3 tendons. Biceps 2 tendons one side. So tendons are the end of a muscle which connect muscle to bone. Is that clear? Tendons are not flexible, they are only tough and strong. They are super tough. They are tougher than the ligaments. They are similar in structure as ligaments are, but ligament can be a little flabby, but tendons are real tough. Because muscle further has much more, much more thing to move. Example, the center of the muscle where it looks red in color and where the muscle movement or tension or stretching happens, this is called belly of the muscle. And for that, what is muscle made from is, muscle is made from these tiny fibers. They are called muscle fibers. And muscle fiber is wrapped around a layer. The layer that you see around a muscle. Have you ever been to butcher place where he takes the white sheath off and throws it out? That is called fascia. Fascia or fascia. What is fascia? Fascia is the layer of a muscle. Why this muscle looks like this or shaped like this? It's because of fascia. Is that clear? So fascia is like web-like structure throughout the body, which is basically giving size, shape and covering to the muscle. Alright, this is a simple way to understand it. Imagine an orange, that was the best analogy is. Imagine an orange. If you peel the orange out, the white sheath inside is fascia. If you take the peel out, you'll have different pieces of lemon or orange, let's say. That piece that you see of the lemon or orange, it's also because it has a layer around it. That layer is also fascia. Now if you break the piece and you'll have a pulp inside, the pulp is also having a small layer, membrane, that is also fascia. So fascia is basically throughout the body in the way every single muscle is wrapped because of fascia. So imagine there are some bundles of fibers and these bundles are wrapped in the fascia, which makes a muscle. Is that clear? So fascia is membrane of a muscle fiber which gives it size and shape. Alright, now this is something anatomy of a muscle. Let's move on. These fibers are made from protein primarily, like collagen. Collagen is a kind of protein. They are primarily made from protein. Definitely water is also there. Now, whatever activity happens to the muscle happens here. Tendons are just rigid structure which are holding the bones. Is that clear? Alright, now every muscle into the body, which is skeletal, will have 2 or more than 2 attachments. And these attachments on one end will be called as origin. I refer it to it as O. And the other ends will be considered as insertion, as of I. So, every muscle is attached onto opposite side of a joint like a bridge. Like example, if we talk about abs muscle, they are connecting your spine. They are working as a bridge for your spine. If you talk about your muscle quads, they are working as a bridge for your hip and for your knee. If you talk about calf is working as a bridge for your knee and for your ankle. For hamstring, working for your knee and for your hip. Do you get the point? So every muscle is working as a bridge across the joint, which is attached through tendons, which are considered as origin and insertion. Is that clear? So origin, which one will be origin? Origin is that end of the muscle which is close to our heart. Let's understand it this way. The end of the muscle which is closer to the heart will be considered origin of the muscle. Example, name any muscle, Anna. Biceps. Which end of the muscle is close to my heart? The one which is at the shoulder. So these two ends will be considered origin and the farther end will be insertion. Vandana, name any muscle. Which one? As we can see how popular biceps, triceps are in the world. So triceps muscles are behind. This one is insertion of triceps and these three are origin of triceps. Name any muscle. Calf muscle. Calf is general name which is called gastrocnemius. It is behind above the knee, touches the heel. Okay, so this one will be insertion and this is origin. Do you get the point? So every muscle has two ends. It is across the joint and the end which is close to heart is origin. Is that clear? This is a very simple way to understand anatomy of it. Once you know this, you will have an idea that how it functions and all. Is that clear so far? Let's take some more examples. Name any muscle. Maybe touch anywhere. Anywhere. Okay, let's say quad. So we know where is quad. Quad, 4 muscles here, 1 there. This one, these 4 are origin. That one is insertion. So when you say quads inserted into your patella, you know patella? So generally tell me, what connects your bones? Ligament, right? Ligament connects your bone, but tendon connects your muscle to bone. Patella is the only bone which is connected through tendon. The only bone in whole body which is connected to the shin bone through your tendon of your quads. So this is just one long thing which connects here to go to patella, then goes to shin bone. So it's like pulling your shin bone up and straightening your knee. So this is a little bit of anatomy of a muscle.